iRace ANZ Chat Show, bringing you sim racing, real motorsport, and the ANZ racing community.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the iRace ANZ Chat Show. Tonight, we're coming live from the studios once again, broadcasting onto your TVs or media device, wherever you might be. Alongside me, as usual, or below me, Trent Thomas, my bearded brother. How are you, mates? You're muted.
Yeah. I knew I'd fall. I knew I had to do it eventually. I had to have it. It's not only you. Something had the most well-prepared show we've had, and 2 seconds into it, and I've fallen over already. Anyway, I'm doing as well as I could be, getting over this COVID nonsense. But yeah, happy to be here with another show next to my friend up there on the top right-hand corner. Well, above me, top right-hand corner from my screen.
Is it? Okay. And alongside us, as you may have seen, Mitch Curry, MC Motorsports League. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the chat show.
No dramas, mate. This has been a bit of a long time coming, I think. I think we spoke about this a little while ago. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes, mate. Happy to be here. Good
to have you along, that's for sure. We've got plenty of talk been happening on the Discord over the last couple of days since we announced that you were coming onto the show. So I'm expecting the chat to light up and either you be thrown under the bus or treated gracefully by your fellow league members.
No, that's not going to happen.
No.
I don't think we've had an instance of that yet for any of our special guests.
I know what my admin team's like, mate. They are going to be in that chat real quick.
Well, the way I see it, Mitch, is at the end of the day, you hold all the cards, and if you feel like you want to boot somebody from your league, you can go for it, mate. Is the way
Tonight's
I see
the
it.
night, you reckon? Yeah,
it could be. It could be indeed. That's for sure. As we normally do in our live chat shows with a special guest, is we get to meet the person behind, in this instance, MC Motorsports, which is Mitch, and learn a bit about him and who he is away from the track and who he is away from sim racing, etc. And delve into his then sim career and the league that he started and he runs successfully. And then, of course, the good old quickfire questions where there are wrong and right answers, and it could either be we remain mates or we abolish you from our friendship list.
I was going to say, after watching Jared on the show last time, mate, there was a certain question there about a track that I really agreed with him about that you really didn't like. So
right.
We'll get to that, but we'll get to that.
Fair enough.
Funny you mention that because it actually was announced in our last mini show of the European tracks that were our top 5.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you and Jared are wrong. You're wrong.
I'll always admit when I'm at fault, mate. So
it's that simple.
Trent, where did it come? Said, speaking of such track that we may be visiting tomorrow night.
Indeed. That's right.
Where did it come in the top 5?
No clue. I can't remember.
What do you mean?
I can't remember.
Hey, it was a fucking draw. First.
What's it? I got COVID brain. I can't remember.
You're making me feel real good about myself.
Yeah, I'm like desperately trying to find shit. Where are the notes from our last show? If we have a look.
I'm like, am I on this show by myself? What's going on?
Here we go. Hang on.
Wow.
I found the notes. So Let me just quickly go over here. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah, it was a tie for first.
Thanks for coming, Trent.
Thanks for that, Trent. Appreciate it, mate.
Got there eventually.
Wow.
Yeah, Sparrow Monza, top 2, tied first.
Monza.
There you go.
Yeah. Trent, just before we kick on to the show, what do you think of the new office building, the team office building we moved into?
It's looking pretty good. I don't know when I'm going to get my window cubicle, but
mate, you've got to turn up for work one day.
True. You know? I've got to build that. Other PC so I can put it in the new office, I suppose.
Bit different from the old garage that we had there for a little bit. Thought I'd
Cool.
finally move into the office. Here we are.
Up in the corporate offices
boxes,
upstairs.
Yeah, the corporate. Yeah, well, it's multi-story. It's a 5-story building we've got here.
Yeah,
It's
true.
no ridges, mate. It's no ridges.
It's not.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. It's not. You're right.
Yeah,
That's,
I am.
Know all about
that's
that,
next
mate.
year.
Here I am
Yeah.
sitting in the basement down here.
I was going to say, don't forget to mention it's next year again. It's not the first time.
Yes, it is. It is actually deposit down already for next year's Bathurst
Good man.
12 Hour at the Ridges.
Good man.
Live show, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Bit of a change up from this year's Friday Night Live. Going Saturday
Right,
night.
yeah.
So that'll be good. Actually, Mitch, bone to pick with you.
Here we go.
Didn't come over to our live show last year, even though you said you were going to.
That's rude.
I think I was a little bit under the weather, if I'm
excuse
fairly honest.
book. Is that what I'm? Hang on, just flip the page. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's plenty of pages in there, mate. Trust me. No, I'm not sure actually. I can't remember what happened. I remember watching the show. You were parked up on the viewing platform. Is it at McPhillamy there? Yeah.
Pretty
that's somewhere.
close. Yeah.
That's right. You and
Up
Mike, I
at the
think
big
it was.
TV. Yeah, we were there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have an excuse already prepared for that one, mate.
Okay, fair enough. We expect to see you there next year then, which apparently, according to the rumours going around, is going to be bigger and better than this year's, which might be hard to beat, but...
Thursday running, GT4 possibly.
Yeah, I got a feeling... I actually reckon they'll do like a GT4, maybe a 4-hour on the Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I got a sneaking suspicion. It's got to be worth the entrance to get there, right? For that, like the amount of money it's going to cost, and maybe having an event like that is about actually trying to lower the cost to kind of spread it against more teams, if that makes sense, rather than support categories that are like just your local kind of races, if that makes sense, turning up. You know, the Ferrari Challenge thing can probably just piss off. Like
that can just go.
Yeah, nobody really cares about that, to be honest. So
you've sent it yourself up there, mate. Like you'll have everyone at the track watching whatever it might be, whether it's another subcategory or the 12-hour practice. And as soon as the Ferraris come out, everyone just leaves.
Yeah.
90% of the fans buy the track. They'll go back. That's when they'll go and have lunch, or they'll duck down to the paddock or something. And then when something else comes back on, everyone's back at the track again.
Yeah.
So, no, they need to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the lineup for support categories and what they do with the GT4s. I think that's the biggest next ticket item going. And if you're only going to give them like a 1 or a 2 hour race, I don't think you're going to get a lot of interest in the people entering the actual GT4 event. So, yeah, they need to kind of make that worthy. That's for sure.
Yep.
So, oh, look at me moving around. Goodness me.
Yep.
Doing
magic
adjustments there on the fly. Let's get cracking. Let's get to know Mitch Curry. Welcome, my friend. Basically, let's start off for those who don't know you or haven't met you, mate. Give us a bit of background, who you are away from sim racing as a person, standard kind of lifestyle, etc.
Honestly, just a super chilled out, relaxed sort of person. I'm a geotechnician for work. I literally travel around. We do a bit of testing on some dirt and some concrete where anything's getting built. So that's a bit of fun. Other than that, I'm a dad to 2 brilliant kids and a partner to Meg who does really well to put up with me. I'll be very honest. So
just
life outside
well.
of sim racing
She just does very
chilled.
Well. That's it.
She does very well. I'm telling you.
Trying to talk you up here, Megs.
No, life away from sim racing is pretty quiet, which I don't mind. It's good. I do like to relax, mate. It works full on. The league admin's full on. Meg and I spend most of our weekends just relaxing, just chilling out.
Yeah, good.
Getting over the week, and then we get into Monday, and I start preparing for more racing and more admin and more work.
Groundhog week.
Yep.
Love it, what is it? Geotech? You said.
A geotechnician, yeah. Yep.
So, I'm going to go on a guess here, testing ground soils underneath, say, maybe an industrial commercial building pad for
Yep.
stabilization.
Correct,
all
100%
that kind of
correct.
stuff?
Yeah, so pretty
Oh,
much
look at me
anywhere
go.
anything ever gets built,
Yep.
we're there to test it, do compaction testing, do a bunch of other tests back at the lab. I use a nuclear gauge to test for compaction testing, especially on roads and stuff like that, where you see road work, so you got the pad foot out and the roller, anything like that. I'll come along with a drill a hole, punch the nuke into it, get a reading off that, and it just tells me basically yay or nay, if it's good or it's bad. And I give them the thumbs up, and I drive off and make the company money.
How did you fall into that one, or how did that one come across?
That happened after I left my previous job. I was in quality control at a timber mill in Tumbarumba for years. I was there for about 12 or 13 years, and then decided to jump on Tinder, as you do.
For a job?
Popped Meg. No, not. I tell you what. Anyway, yeah. So I jumped on Tinder, met Meg, and then the moment we actually met in real life, I think we both knew, okay, this ain't no like 24-hour thing or anything like that. So we've been together ever since pretty well that day, 16th of December, 3.5 years ago, I think it is now. So
yeah, nice, man.
So then moved over to Wagga, needed a job over here, and that's the one I got.
Yeah.
So I think the quality control background sort of helped that a little bit too. But no, I do enjoy it though. It's definitely an eye for detail sort of job as well. Some of it's tedious, some of it's really enjoyable. It's like every job, There's some parts of it you're not gonna really love, and then there's other parts that you can't wait to do more of.
Yeah. You mentioned 2 kids. Ages like teens or young?
My boy's 13 and my daughter's 8.
Into sports, into motorsport, racing, or anything?
Yeah, both of them are. If Liam more so, Addison just likes anything that's busy or something happening. She's just hectic. She's brilliant. Liam's a more reserved sort of type. He's more me. He's a more laid back, sort of chilled out sort of. He'll beg me to go and play golf. He loves getting out on the golf course and just having a swing at the club. And where Addie, she just loves dancing, just will not stop. It just will not stop. 5% of her energy, mate, and I'm good for the rest of my life. 5%, that's all I need.
So active though, like are they active in terms?
Oh god, yeah, they don't stop.
Yeah.
So not so much sport. Liam used to play soccer and that, but he got over it. He the only sort of sport he really wants to play now is a bit of just golf with me mainly. Loves getting out with his friends and stuff like that. But yeah, he loves golf. He looks at me and goes, "Golf this weekend, Dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, right, let's go, mate."
Because you have to, right, mate? Yeah, it's tough.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, get out in the golf course, mate. Drive the golf cart around, drink responsibly, all that sort of stuff. So,
true that.
Give you a couple of years, mate, you can drive me home. It's good.
That's a good point. What's something about you that probably most people watching may not know?
Oh, may not know. Other than the fact I'm about 6'4", and I'm not that fat. Thank you, Ian Ward. No, just I suppose I'm just tall. And when I was younger, I probably could have done a lot with golf. Like I was always that, how they put it, that guy that hit it a mile and all that sort of stuff. I just never went anywhere with it. When I was really getting really good at it, I was 17, turning 18, and I think growing up in a really small town, there's not a whole lot else to do on your Fridays, Saturdays, especially when you've just turned 18. So all of a sudden, let's go out with the boys and have a few beers, and the golf went on the back burner, and then you worried about work, and it ended up just being like a bit of a weekend sport sort of thing. But I've got one of my mates back home, actually, he gets into me every now and then. He goes, "You could have done something with that. You could have done something with that." So, but I've won a few things since, but yeah, nothing, to jump up and down about.
Fair enough. It's always handy to have be good at something, I guess. Everyone kind of, I reckon, has a bit of a story of, oh, I had actually applied myself here. I probably could have made something of it.
That was all my school reports, mate. If Mitchell applied himself, he'd do all right. But yeah.
Yeah, my favourite school report was I got told I was a spasmodic worker. I had to look up what the fuck that meant, but so
what does it mean, Trent? I'm actually interested now.
It means I can be really, really, really good, and then really, 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 really bad and lazy. So that's kind of how my life is actually outside of that. Like, I can become really super hyper focused on things, and I'm just all about it. I'm just all about it, and then all of a sudden I just completely lose interest and move on to the next thing.
That is me to a T, mate. I know exactly how you feel there. I'll be hyper focused on something for a week, and then I won't think about it or go anywhere near it for 6 months.
Yeah, I'm very much like that.
So with that, just an insight for myself, Trent, but how long do I have on the chat show before you lose interest?
What was that? I missed that.
How long do I have on the chat show before you lose interest?
I think I'm already there, to be honest. Mitch is your new co-host. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, catch us all next week without Trent going.
Like I said, there's certain things, like, I just get hyper-focused on, like, the director tool I was making sort of thing. I haven't really looked at that for probably a good month or so. I need to finish refining that. But
I hope it's running by tomorrow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now you put pressure on me. Fucking hell. It is working.
It is.
I just got to refine it some more. It's always going to be tweaking. It's always going to get tweaked. Of course. Anyway, enough about me. Back to our special guest. Who has had the biggest influence on the person that you've become in your life, do you think?
These are hard-hitting questions tonight, aren't they?
They pretty much are.
They are. We've got him. Who would have thought you could shut him up?
Hey, I'm not that bad. Come on now. I'm probably going to have to say my mother, to be honest, mate. I mean, I was a pain in the arse child. I'll be the first one to admit that. I probably put mum through hell, and she doesn't admit it so, but I couldn't think of anyone else that would back me when no one else would. Yeah. She was always there, no matter what happened. Like I said, I was a pain in the ass at times. But if I even needed a hand, mum was 30 seconds away, or she was already halfway there. So
yeah,
I think she did a pretty good job at raising me. All the bad parts, I just tell her, no, that was dad. That was dad.
He seemed to have turned out all right.
Dad was brilliant too. Dad is brilliant. He's English, so he's got that mad sense of humour. So I've definitely got a good mix of both, to be fair. But no, I think mum and her mother and father, so Nan and Pop, they are the most relaxed, chilled out, most beautiful people. And obviously I'm going to be biased because I'm family, but I've never ever heard of anyone saying a bad word. So, they're just beautiful people, would do anything for you. I think that's sort of rolled down to mum, and I hope that rolled down to me, to be fair.
It's in the genes, mate. It's in the genes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's got to be.
Yep.
Describe Mitch Curry. What do you think people would say if they were to describe Mitch Curry?
Well, I hope they say I'm a good bloke, to be honest. I mean, I've heard a few things what they say, a bit of a laugh and that's always fun. But no, genuinely, I just hope people sort of see me as just that sort of happy-go-lucky, just genuine, just fun to talk to, someone you can ring at a moment's notice and, hey mate, I need a hand, yep, righto, I'm on my way, sort of thing. Just someone who they can depend on if they really need it, even if they don't really need it. Like Meg was saying a few things there before, and she ran over a couple of things like that. I'm like, am I really like that? She's like, yeah, don't you know that? I'm like, oh, okay. So I suppose it's hard looking in. You're doing me here, so it's hard looking back at yourself in a mirror, trying to not sound like a dick, to be fair, but then try and be real about it as well. So
Self-reflection's a wonderful thing, man. I reckon.
It is
isn't it?
very hard to do to get that honest opinion of yourself. Like generally speaking, people will have a far more negative view of themselves than what other people have, and that's just human nature. That's just what we do.
100%.
We see, because we know ourselves and we know all of our weak points, and that's what we focus on.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else looking at us focuses on all the positive things they see, because that's what brings them into our circle, sort of thing. So that's what they see, and we see all the little chinks in our armor.
Yeah. Well, you're not attracted to negativity, are you? So.
Exactly.
No. For anybody out there, guys, part of our show is about building our community, and we have Mitch Curry on the show tonight as a special guest from MC Motorsport. So if you're in the chat and you've got a question that you want to ask Mitch, definitely hit the subscribe button, jump in the chat and ask away, and we'll try and get through as many questions or comments as we can. There's been a few come through already on the chat. The Race Pig shouting out there that Mitch is big bone. Now, this goes back to a comment that happened in the Discord this afternoon about reinforcing the stage, and so I said,
carrying all that admin workload, mate.
That's what it is. Big shoulders, brother. Big shoulders. I said to Ian about, are you calling Mitch fat, kind of thing. Hence, Mitch's comment earlier about not being fat. So bit of context there, I guess you could say. Some of the questions we've got coming in, Jack Maystar, we'll leave that one to a bit later, because that might come up in one of our quickfire quiz questions. So we'll leave that one. Gosh,
our viewers are getting ahead of.
I know it's like
it's
like they've gone back and listened to one of our shows, Trent, and know what the quickfire questions are.
It's gonna happen. But I did like this one from Loudest Howard. If you were a curry, what curry would you be?
Appreciate it, Jeremy. Yeah, good on you, mate. I don't even know how to answer that. Let's just go with Thai curry, mate.
Just say
hot Thai curry.
Just say Mitch. You'd be a Mitch Curry. That's what you'd be.
Yeah, Mitch Curry.
Oh, no. Look at the next question that's come up.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
You can't ask that on the chat, man.
I knew it was coming.
You can't ask that.
I knew it was coming.
No, that's a baited. We don't do baited questions here on the show.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Infiltrated.
I'd have to laugh, though, if Mitch got down on one knee right now.
That's going to sound like we organised something now. Down again. I'm going to get shot.
Oh,
God.
Oh, that's a good question.
I will answer the question eventually, as I keep telling her. There you go.
Eventually. See? When the time is right.
When the time is right, yes, spot on.
Exactly.
Good things come to those who wait, I believe is the saying, Mitch.
Yeah. I'm just going to get the answer. I've been waiting a bloody while.
Here's one from the Race Pig again. If you had to fire one of the admins in MC Motorsport, who would it be?
I'd fire Pig for calling me fat.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't fire any of the boys. If I did, I would spend 99% of my life in front of the computer doing admin. Then the 90%.
You can't fire them, because then that leaves more work for you to do.
Yeah.
Exactly right. If we talk about hiring some more, then we might start firing a few people. We'll go that way.
This hiring and firing, it sounds like to me they're getting paid.
But I mean, hey, you bring my workload back to 50%, we'll start talking cash.
Moving on, let's continue to get to know Mitch a little bit more. So, mate, what achievement in your life do you feel that you're most proud of that's nothing to do with sim racing?
Oh. I mean, I could say the old usual thing, becoming a father and all that sort of stuff, which obviously was amazing. We'll go something a bit more personalised, shall we?
Okay.
it's going to sound really silly to some people that absolutely have no idea about golf. But finally, when I was younger, hitting a subpar round with no crap, no breakfast balls, no foot wedges, none of that sort of stuff. It was a legitimate under par round. That was, to me, was like, right, I've got something here.
Wow.
I've finally done it. I've got that monkey off me back. Now I can probably go and enjoy the game a bit more, because for years and years and years I'd hit like a lot of even pars, and I'd get down, I'd be 1 or 2 under par and get down to the last couple of holes, and I'd realise I was under par. I would mess it up every time. So now when I finally got it, it was like that massive weight off my shoulders, to be honest. So
yeah,
it's I honestly think it's the greatest sport in the world, because you have yourself, and that's it. You're the only one there with an influence on that ball, and whatever you do with it, whatever happens, it's all on you. You know, it's not a team thing. Like if you cheat, you're only cheating yourself. That's just how it is. And I think that's what attracted me to it as I got older as well. It was always fun to play, but then it was the side of, hang on a minute, it's 90% mental, 10% hitting the ball, and I always say that. So I think, yeah, definitely hitting that subpar round was that big thing for me. Like, my grandfather's a golfer, my dad was a golfer. Like, half of where I come from, it's just about golf, and it's what I grew up doing. So to finally sort of hit that point where I'm like, right, I've got it. So yeah, to me that was a big thing. So I was proud of it.
What are breakfast balls?
Basically your first ball of the day is free. If you miss it, you get
the old practice shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I do that mini golf practice shot.
Mm-hmm.
That conversation could have gone so many ways.
There's a few terms you used there. That was the only one. That's the only one that I remembered. There's a few other terms, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to ask what breakfast balls is.
Yeah. Golf terminology, mate.
Yep. I'll have to remember that for next time. I'll yell out at the mini golf course, breakfast ball.
You only get one, though. You only get one.
Per hole. No, yeah. Always get one practice shot through a round.
Per hole, though, isn't it?
No, per course.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Remember that cheating thing I was just talking about? Yeah, there's something on those lines comes up.
True that.
It's just understanding the rules and making sure that I was clear on them.
Hey.
Yeah, true.
You and I need to talk about this rule checking stuff too. You have a thought in my side. Oh, it's great though. I love it. It's good. It keeps me on my toes, mate.
Since on my
toes.
A bit of context with that. So since I've been at MC, I've been an advocate of reading the rules and understanding them, but providing Mitch some feedback on some potential grey areas or something that might need to be covered off, etc. So he wrote the last set, version 4. Solid, mate, version 4. And I have to admit, I was actually going to bring it up in the show, but yeah, actually quite a very solid set of rules and regs, and very, very clearly outlined, which I was not surprised or thankful, but I think it was like really, really good. But yeah, found one kind of semi-ish grey area, but yeah, sent that.
Did I answer it correctly, or
you did, mate? Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Happy days.
No, it's good.
Speaking of rules, I need to read those rules before tomorrow night.
Do it after the race, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
just go. I'd use the excuse. I didn't read the rule book. I didn't know. So therefore,
I'm glad.
You can't penalise me.
I'm glad that intent has been removed.
100%. 100%.
Wow.
Yep. No, it's gone. So no, I was extremely happy with how it came out. It's extensive. Let's be honest. So if you do start reading it, Trent, I'd probably start reading it after this, and you might be done by the start of the race tomorrow night.
Or chuck it in Chat GTP and go, give me a summary, thanks.
I'll just
spit out 150 pages.
I tend to just skim over the bits that I think might actually affect me. So, especially the important parts like safety cars and starts and things like that, all the important shit, like, and whatever happens on track. Whatever happens on track happens.
Yep.
Hopefully I don't get any penalties this season. I had a few of them last season, unfortunately.
Makes two of us, mate. Don't worry.
Okay, speaking of a bit of sim racing, was sim racing something that you come across? Like, how did you get into it? Like, is it something that you found, or did someone introduce you to it? Like, what happened there?
There was something I found, to be honest. Like I always had, like a dodgy, cheap wheel for like the PlayStation 2 or whatever it might have been. With like 180 degrees of steering on it, absolutely zero force feedback. Back then it was just a toy.
Yeah,
I was probably, I don't know, maybe 16, 17. I couldn't really tell you what age it was. I grabbed a G25, I think, were really cheap, but then I went to a G29, which, back in those days was like, wow, it's the big new thing with pedals, and it comes with a shifter and 900 degrees of rotation, and no, but I really sort of got into it, when I was, if you want to call it sim racing, 15, 16, I'd say. So, 20 years ago.
Wow, imagine me now.
What was the first game that you sort of played, like, back in the day? Like, what was your first? I use the term loosely, sim racing. I guess you could go sim racing versus racing games, so maybe touch on both.
I think the first one I actually played with a wheel was Toka touring cars.
Toka touring cars.
Yeah. Around Donington in the Vauxhall, I think it might have been.
I played it on the PS1.
The Volvo. It might have been PS1 then. Yeah. I remember playing it.
Hang on, you didn't? Not even the supercars though?
No, we had that on a disc at school, mate, just to bugger around with, because you could actually activate the game without installing it. So we all had a disc of it at school. Just plug her in and press the button. We'd all be sitting there just playing with the keyboard, as you do.
Yes,
as you do.
But I did play. Obviously, what was it? It was a style of Toka, I think, in the end, wasn't it? That race car driver, which ended up being like the supercars.
Yeah, it was based on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the same game engine.
Yeah. The stories in them were always cool.
Is that when they had the guy that would come back, like your engineer would come into your room and you'd click on different boxes and he's yelling at you and shit?
I don't know about clicking on boxes, but I know he yells at you, and then you get some other bloke comes in and yells at you too for taking him out on track and all that sort of stuff. So
far out, man. Imagine iRacing had that.
They do. It's called voice chat.
Yeah.
Just ask Alistair in the chat, mate. He knows all about the voice chat rules, mate.
Mm-hmm. At what point did sim racing become more than just a game and sort of become more of a hobby, an obsession, a way of life, I guess you could say?
Just before COVID, actually. I think it was just before COVID was when I joined Track Stars on Gran Turismo Sport. So not the latest one. I think what they want to call GT6, but wasn't 6. But anyway. Yeah, I wanted something a little bit more than just sort of lapping around myself or joining some random online lobby, which was, was never going to work. There's no rules in that. It's just, there's no point racing. So it was when I sort of first discovered leagues. And then I just saw something pop up one day, I think it was. Or actually, no, it wasn't. It was Craig Harcourt messaged me and said, mate, do you want to come and jump into Track Stars with us? We're racing the Super Formula cars around and we'll see how you go. So I'm like, yeah, right, that sounds good to me. And then I jumped in, qualified, got into their second division for my first race, which is at St. Croix or St. Croix. I don't know how you actually say it. And won. I was stoked, to be honest. But then I suppose, so that would have been, I'll be 26 now, so that's 2018, 2019, I reckon. And then once the COVID boom, I'm going to call it, because that's what the sim racing boom was the COVID boom.
Definitely was, yeah.
That was when I really hooked in, and like everyone did, sim racing went through the absolute roof when COVID hit, because you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do anything, so people were finding things to do at home.
Yep.
And anyone that was in the motorsport realised, hang on a minute, I can buy a wheel and pedals and plug them into me PlayStation or your computer or something, I can do it from home. I think we all remember the V8s went down the iRacing route there for a couple of races, which I enjoyed. I thought that was brilliant, actually.
IndyCar did a similar thing. There's a few different series that took on, which I think then also just drove that boom even further.
Oh yeah, through the roof.
Yeah, it made people more aware, I guess, that they could do this, and because we had a running thing. We kind of asked people what their iRacing number starts with and how many digits it is.
Yeah.
And because the difference between, say, 2019 and 2021 is absolutely huge compared to, say, 2015 to 2018, the same period. Like, there's a massive, massive difference.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've got 6 numbers in mine.
What number you start with, Mitch?
4.
Okay.
Oh, I guess so. Like, 20... Because I think it would be like, you'd think about that trend, it's like 2-3 years prior to
it would have been
real COVID.
Just before the real big boom,
Yeah. So, but from that kind of point onwards, I'd say probably like from the 5s, in the 6-digit range from the 5s on, just was an explosion of accounts.
Well, considering what year did you say you signed up?
So iRacing, I couldn't actually tell you. That would have been probably 2019, probably late 2019, I reckon.
Well, considering I was in 2010, mine's 5 digits and starts with a 6. So there's only really, say, 350, 400,000 between me and you in like 9 years. And then that was probably like a couple of months after you joined.
Yep.
Nuts.
I have to go look at when I started mine, Well, because I'm a 5 digit and I start with a 5.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember about yours. It starts with a 5 and it's 5 digits.
Yeah, I have to look into that.
Yeah, mine was definitely 2010.
Give us the lowdown on when did you actually think, hey, pretty good at this sim stuff? Like I'm pretty decent.
I was going to say, actually, at the time when I first joined that Track Stars race and had a win, I'm like, right, we're on. Got to beat everyone.
This is it,
You know, just that instant thought, and then you get humbled very, very quickly when someone comes in and just looks at you and just puts 3 seconds
God at
on
this
your head.
game.
It's like, all right, thank you for that. I needed that.
The good old meme of you thought you were the toughest guy in the crowd, and then this guy turned up, or whatever it is, like the best guy in the crowd, and someone else.
No, I consider myself very, very average when it comes to, like, especially iRacing. I can have the pace, but I do make silly mistakes where I don't push hard enough, or I relax a bit and I grab a wall, or I drop a wheel on a curb and around I go, and it's one of the most frustrating parts of it as well. It's knowing that I could have been on for a good result, and just one little lapse of concentration, you're 20th.
Yeah.
I do recall a few instances where some results went begging for yourself when we've been racing in the same race. I'm like, we were kind of close together. I'm like, get to the end of the race, I go, where'd Mitch go?
Yeah.
Mitch himself.
The Koala Cartel boys quite often have a bit of a moment whenever they hear me call up on the radio, R89, requesting a tow.
This was before Trent's time, but we had we did supercars, and we did them at Oran Park, aka Turn 1, kind of 2 sandpit area, got nicknamed Curry Beach for a specific reason.
For a reason. I may have visited. I like the beach so much, I went there multiple times during the one race. So.
Yeah, it was very
funny. I'm excited for Monday night, actually, but we'll touch on that a bit later, I think.
Hey, I got a question, and this relates to kind of what Trent touched on in terms of, you've had some good results, kind of probably gone beckoning, like not ended up your way. Laguna Seca last year, after this, we were coming to the safety car restart, and you ran wide just before the entry onto the pit straight.
Yeah.
What happened?
The checkup. The car in front accelerated away, so I'd assumed the whole field had gone, and then they stopped. So I had nowhere to go but jumped on the brakes and hooked a right to not run up their arse.
Yeah.
And the race hadn't resumed yet. So the car in front, it wasn't actually their fault. The car in front of them was doing that stupid thing that we've outlawed now, which is the brake and accelerate
Yeah.
under safety car.
Yep.
And then coming around the second last corner, they left too much of a gap to the car ahead of them. So they put the foot down to catch up.
Yeah, right.
You know, because the next corner is the last corner, so you want to be as close as you can to the, your competitor ahead of you. And so I've seen him go, and then the car ahead of me go. So I've footed it as well, thinking, right, we're green, and everyone stopped. And I had nowhere to go other than up his arse, basically.
Yeah.
I went right to another Curry Beach.
Yep.
So
yeah, no, I was behind you.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, what's happened? Are you coming back on the track? I was like sitting waiting. We're all waiting. I was like, he's like back there. Done. And I think he jumped on the radio going.
There was a bit of confusion there as well with the rules too, whether people could pass under that.
Yeah.
Because we've got that ruling where you can't pass before the control line, but I'm pretty sure we clarified that now. If there's a car off track, you're more than welcome to go past them. So
Trent will be able to tell you when he reads the rules and regulations, whether or not it's been cleared up.
There you go.
I'll read them after the race tomorrow when I get penalised for something. Like, why did I get penalised for that?
Just read the overlap rules, mate, and you'll be sweet.
Yeah. Next sim-ish related question. Had sim racing never come along? And I'm going to make sure you exclude golf in this question.
I was going to say, I know what the answer is going to be.
What do you think? What would Mitch's life be? What do you reckon you'd be doing? Like, what is your next, I guess, kind of hobby? Like, what's your interest? That's not
playing golf simulator games.
Money behind me, racing, some form of racing, whether that was speedway, or whether I started in like an XLs and tried to move up to the 86s and just saw where it went. I would have loved to have tried my hand at a proper race car at some point.
It's never too late, mate.
36. I'm a bit late now. All the
money coming in, all the money coming in for the league, that kind of stuff.
Mate, we all know that goes back into the league very quickly. No, but definitely would have been something to do with motorsport for sure. I was never any good with tools, so mechanics out the window. Definitely a driver of some sort. It's one of those things, if you apply yourself, you might have got somewhere with it, but we all know too that we all know racing's extremely expensive too, and like I didn't have the cash to try and do those sort of things, but I'd love to grab the old magic, what do you call it, and go back 20 years and change the past and have millions of dollars just to see what happened, see if I could have done something with it, or I'm sure we're all like that. We'd all like to go back and change a couple of things, or money, or something like that, just to see how different things might be. So, but no, definitely, driving something with downforce. I'm going to say that much. Something with downforce.
Do you know what we should do? Just had a thought. Depending on who hosts it, I know Queensland do one. I know Wanneroo Raceway does one. I'm not sure if Sandown does one or not, or anywhere at Sydney. Maybe Sydney Motorsport Park. Don't know.
Drive day.
No, do one of those like lemons 24 hours, where you're set with a budget, and you go buy a car for said budget, and you've got to just try and get as far into the lemons 24 hours as you can.
It's literally you buy a lemon piece of shit car, well, not necessarily a piece of shit, but cheap, very, very cheap. And then you just try and run that with a group of mates and have a bit of fun.
That'd be a mega weekend to do.
Just plaster MC all over it. I mean, let's go.
Pretty much. That's it.
Just go and buy a car now.
That'd be mega.
I'll put up a sponsorship link in the MC Discord, mate. We'll get a car in no time.
There you go. Sound like you're onto something.
All right, Trent and I will look at flight tickets. We just need to know what state we've got to head to.
Yep.
And when it's on. Yeah,
get a map of Australia, mate, and just throw a dart and we'll just go to that track. Take your pick.
Do you know what? All you guys should come over here and see a decent sunset. There we go.
I can see a decent
mate,
sunset.
I've barely ever been out of New South Wales, let alone out of the country or over WA or anything. It's
Come on
Only
over.
state I haven't been to is the Northern Territory now. I've been every state in Australia.
Yep.
Very beautiful country we have. Moving into Mitch the competitor. Now, this one is almost a loaded question, but it's not meant to be. If I asked the people you raced against to describe Mitch Curry as a driver, what do you think they'd say?
I hope they say I'm clean.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I was going to say let's go with the genuine answers, not what people would actually say.
The genuine answers. Well, what I hope they would say is that they enjoy racing against me. That they know I'm gonna give them room. There's respect, etiquette, but I'm not just gonna fade away. I'm gonna try my best to stay with you or get past you. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, bye bye, see you later.
Yeah, I found you a real pain at that. Like when I have raced you, like
Yep.
I'm just like felt like I had pace on you at certain points. I'm just let me fucking pass so I can get on with my race. But no, like to your credit, like you're clean and you fight for the position. You don't just like, yeah, here you go, you have it. Like you fight as you should. That's what racing is. Racing isn't just driving around letting someone pass and then letting the next person pass. Like you race.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. And yeah, I found you very difficult to pass.
That's a good thing for me. That's a good thing. I'm happy with
Yes. Yeah.
that.
I think so go on, Mitch.
I was gonna say I think Scott knows as well. Him and I very early on in the MC world, before we even really knew each other at all, every now and then we'd exchange a few messages. Yeah, well done, mate. That was great fun. For some reason, we were like magnets in like the first 2 or 3 seasons. No matter where we qualified, we could be opposite ends of the grid. 3 laps in, he's Scott and I next to each other, in front of each other, whatever it'd be, for the entire race until pit stops. Then give it a couple of laps, we're back again. It just seemed to go on like that for a long, long, long time.
I was races like that too back in the day.
I was actually about to say that was going to be my thing of our friendship, mateship, whatever you want to call it, grew from the battles that we had on sim. We'd never met before. I joined the league that you started. We raced hard, we raced fair, we raced, clean with each other. And like you said, there would be like message each other after, like, mate, that was just a mega race, like awesome result, well done, kind of thing. And it's what literally kicked off, the friendship that we have, which is again down to bloody sim racing. Like, it's crazy to think. But
there's nothing better than, like, I will take a good battle for 15th over a podium every day of the week.
Preaching our language, brother.
Scott and I mention this all the time. Like,
Yep.
to me, if you can have an epic battle, even if it was 20th place, if you're having an epic battle and enjoy your race, you get to the end of the race and you're not even thinking about what position you are. You just go, fuck, that was a good race. Where did I finish? Oh, 20th. It's a bloody good race.
You've given each other room. You've battled hard. You've tried your best. They've tried their best. No matter if you got the edge over them, well, good on you. But at the same time, you've both had a ball.
Yeah.
That 45-minute race has gone in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you're not looking at times. You're not looking at laps. You're just thinking, I need to get past this person. But God, I'm having fun while I'm doing it. That's the part of sim racing that I really love. I love that.
Do you prefer to be the chaser or the chased?
Chaser.
Chaser. Yeah. I'm saying. I hate having a car behind me. I fold under serious pressure.
I don't mind having the car behind me. It's when I know I'm on for a good result. All of a sudden, I forget how to drive. I forget where to brake for that corner. I forget the turning point. I forget when to shift gears. The amount of times I've revved a car out and redlined it accidentally because I just haven't grabbed the next gear is ridiculous.
That's why I actually have a beep shift. I've got a sound shift app, so it tells me. Because I'm the same. I just get distracted and just forget to shift. So at least with the beeper there, I was like, there we go, change gear.
Mine makes a noise too. It's not a real good noise, but you know when you need to change gears when you hear it, I'm telling you.
Does it sound like brrr, like that by any chance?
A bit louder and a bit more mechanical.
Oh, well.
What about you, Scott? Do you prefer to be the chaser or the chase-e?
It's going to sound really weird, So against the two of you, the pressure that Mitch has put on me has been different to the pressure that Trent's put on me. So I'm going to use, Sebring for you and I, Trent, as you know, literally coming onto that back straight, the Sunset Strip straight, kind of whatever the hell it's called. And I'm like, just get this right and you'll be into the last corner and be fine. And then what happened? Bloody screwed up the second last corner, didn't I? But then I've had races with Mitch where I haven't had the pressure's there, but I haven't had that mental thought of like, just don't stuff this lap up and you'll be okay. I've just like next corner, hit your marks, hit your brake marks, kind of mentality. And we're talking like major years apart here in that happening. Trent and I are like back in 10 years ago that happened. And so I don't know if my race mentality has changed from back then to now and dealt with it differently or deal with it differently. So I guess to answer your question, I think I find that if I've chased and I get in front, I don't seem to get chased much after that. Like I generally seem to be able to gap. So I don't then feel the pressure of that car behind, maybe for a lap or two, but then my gap grows and I'm kind of like, I'm comfortable, half a second in front, I'm comfortable. So, but I can't qualify to save my friggin' life. So I generally end up being hunting for the next spot. So
I tend to race better than I qualify for sure.
Well, mate, 90% of the time, my race lap times are quicker than my qualifying. Like, and not by a little bit, like by a solid amount. Like, easy.
That's that's DJ, mate. DJ can't qualify to save his life, but we'll get into a race and look like he's done 5 hours of practice flat out before the race. We're currently racing another league called Aussie Thunder. He jumped into qualifying, no practice, qualifying for the race. He put it, I think, third on the grid, I think it might have been, and won the feature race after that as well. His qualifying was terrible. My bad. His qualifying was like, 18th, 19th, whatever it might have been. The sprint race, he got into the top 6, and then I think he blitzed the feature after that. So his qualifying is just all over the place, but his race pace is just phenomenal. It's crazy to watch. It's almost like he's got like an engineer there telling him exactly when to pit, exactly what pace to run, exactly what to do, sort of thing. Where I can't think on the run. Like I struggle to work out my fuel numbers on Conrod. You've got all the time in the world to think about it and look at it and do the maths in your head. Or these days we've all got apps or overlays and that to tell you exactly what lap to come in and how much fuel to put in.
Yeah.
I still look at that and go, hang on a minute, now I've got to do this, and I'm going to change gears, and I've got to drive down the straight, and I'm going to brake here, and it does my head in, mate. I'm telling you, the amount of times I've gone in, and I've actually hotkeyed it now, is my tyres. Because obviously a lot of the MC stuff, it's, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, with the occasional hour enduro, whatever it might be. GT3 cars, you don't need to change tyres in that time.
You can set that in your one of your I&I files, so it when you exit the pits, it unticks all your stuff.
Yeah. I did do that until I then really needed to change tyres one day and didn't change them. And that was not in a GT3 car. Classic.
Might move to some of the chat that's been going on. We got Yakmaster. If you could own one race car, what would it be?
Oh, Mazda 787B.
Oof.
Fair enough.
Dude, that rotary, every day of the week.
Would it be green and orange by any chance?
Maybe. I reckon it might be.
Mate,
that was one of those cars that the first time I ever heard it before I saw it on Gran Turismo. I want to see 3 A-Spec, or it might have been 2. I can't remember, but I heard it. I'm like, what is that? And just fell in love with it. I've loved that thing ever since then.
Yeah.
I love the rotaries. It's just got a different noise, a different aura is the word I want to say about it. It's mental. Went to the Summer Nats years ago, and we all know what the Summer Nats is about, V8s and blowers and all that sort of stuff. All I heard was a door. I heard the rotary. I went running towards the RX-7 that was over the other side.
Yeah,
wank. Yes, spot on. So, I've always loved them. But yeah, that 787B, you can park that in my driveway any day of the week. Not that you get it in it, but it could be there.
Are you a Mad Mike fan then?
I watch bits and pieces. I wouldn't say I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Why? What have I missed?
No. Just curious. Have you? Well, obviously the Leighton House Formula One that he's building as a drift car.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And he had the RX-7. I think he threw Verstappen into. Is that the RX-7 he had?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep,
he
yep.
did.
Yeah, that was pretty mad. Verstappen actually, bloke can steer. Bloke can just steer. He's phenomenal, mate.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation in the past.
He's just a freak.
He's just a driver.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
Just a driver.
Like, look at the Super GT, the GT500.
What was it? 2 or 3 laps, wasn't it? I think second time lap.
Took beat him by 1.8 seconds.
For some bloke who'd been there for
was
like
it in the
10
wet
years.
or something as well?
Yeah, pissing down rain. That's ridiculous, mate. That's balls for one, but then there's just straight up talent to be able to just jump into a car that's not an F1 car, let's be honest. You've no feel for it, do 2 or 3 laps, and then blitz old mate that drives the car professionally by over a second and a half.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty
mental,
nice. Another question from our audience. Have you done any Happy Gilmore shots in your golfing?
Oh, yeah, and they hurt too, I'm telling you. If you get it wrong and you miss putting your right foot down in the right spot and it comes out from under you, it's not fun, especially after a few beers.
Well, at least
Definitely done a few of them, though. Definitely done a few Happy
I want
Gilmore.
to see videos of these.
Yeah.
Mate, every driving range you used to go to around that sort of 2000s-y sort of time, and when I was a kid, it used to always have a sign up, no Happy Gilmore shots, no Happy Gilmore shots. You know,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of them still do now.
Still,
so,
yeah.
I think it's just one of those things you do with the boys. You know, you get out in the course of the boys, have a few beers, and by the end of it, someone's doing a Happy Gilmore, if not all of us. So,
the race pig, which is Ian from memory. Best guy. He's made the statement. I think he's trying to recover his tracks here, Mitch. He reckons you're the best guy to race against that he can think of.
Ah, there you go. You still got some crawling back to do, mate. I'm telling you. No, mate, I appreciate that. I've raced with Pig, from back in the GT7 days, GT Sport. So yeah, we know each other from back in those days. He ended up being part of my team, which was the start of MC. But we'll leave that for now as well. I think for a little while in case that pops up.
That's maybe coming up in a few questions' time. But,
there you go. Yeah.
Going back to the racing and stuff, like, do you still get nervous before big races?
Absolutely. Well, actually, it depends on the race itself. If a lot of the MC ones, I used to, because I suppose in my head there was a lot hanging over my head. You know, it's got my name on it. I've prepared it. We've got all these drivers in, and pretty much anything goes wrong is on me. So I'd get to the race, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hang on a minute, I can actually compete here. My right foot on the accelerator, when I held it down flat, because we always do grid starts, my whole leg would just be jittering. It would just bounce, and I wouldn't breathe. I'd be all over the place, and I definitely do get nervous, especially knowing who's in that race as well. I don't know how else to sort of explain that. It's a weird, I wouldn't call it a sensation, but it's almost like just a burst of nervous energy as soon as those lights pop up on the screen, and you're like, come on, just let's get it over and done with. Like, just that start sequence. And as soon as you take off the line and grab your first gear or second gear, it's gone. You're flat out like, right, let's go. You know. Let's see what we can do. And if you're anything like me at Oran Park, you're often at turn 2 anyways. You're like, oh well, all that nervous energy for nothing. So, but no, I think depending on how the race is looking, depending on how the race is looking too, like the other night at Spa in the F4, we ran the sprint race, and I think I finished 6th or something like that in the wet. And just before the feature race started, I was talking to Ian. I said, mate, we need to stay on wets. It's dry now, but we need to stay on wets. Rain's coming lap 1, lap 2. Jumped on the grid, new iRacing update on our relative tells you what tyres everyone's on. 4 out of the top 6 were on dries. All I said to Pig was, I said, mate, we keep it on the track, we're on here. And what do you know, end of lap 1, halfway through lap 2, starts bucketing down rain. That was when the nervous energy kicked in then. It was like, right, don't lock up, don't hit a puddle. You've got this in the bag, just do not run off the track. You can probably run off once and that's it. You've got one chance. And yeah, so for the last 4 or 5 laps of that race, I reckon my lap times were just going downhill big time. Just like, just save the car. And yeah, so I got the win. I was very happy with that at Spa of all places.
Well done, mate.
In the wet. So
must have been the track.
Must have been. I reckon it was the conditions, mate. Made the track heaps better.
It'll not be raining tomorrow night, that's all I can say.
You've kind of given a bit of a segue, maybe, to the next question, which was actually, what's your proudest moment behind the wheel? Sim racing.
Proudest moment, easily. Our 4th place finish at Nordschleife, the 24-hour there a couple of years ago. We qualified like 45th or something like that, like way back. Ryan Palmer started the race, gained about 12 or 13 positions pretty well by the end of the GP track, gained another couple on the Nordschleife. So we were into about 19th, I think, by the end of it. And halfway through, or probably 3/4 of the way through the first lap, he got pitched off the track by a spun car that just pretty much come back on the track and just took him out. We went from 45th to 19th to dead last in the first 6-7 minutes of that entire 24 hours. We battled and battled and battled because the boys have got the note, you don't quit. No matter what happens, you finish the race. And we battled and battled and battled. DJ and I did, about 7-8 hours driving each. I think it was Pat and Brian. Brian did really well. Pat had a spin, I think. We battled all the way back, and I think to the last 2 hours, we thought, hang on a minute, we might be able to get a podium here. And then by the time we got into the final stint, we ended up P4. So from it was like 54th to P4.
But you failed and you didn't get the podium then.
We absolutely failed. Absolute failure. Write it off. It's done. I mean, yeah.
What a bloke.
I sacked the boys. No more team racing. Done. I went and moved on to other people. I've got new teammates now. But no, that was really one of the most proudest things I've been. And the bit that I was happy was I did 7.5 hours of driving or whatever it was, and I copped 1 X around the Nordschleife. And the place that I got it was the different chicane before you go onto the Nordschleife. I just cut it a touch too much. Yeah. I was dirty on it too. I wanted that 0X, mate.
Just out of curiosity, Mitch, because you're a bit of a gun at the Nordschleife, you rate the track, I believe. You like it?
Love it. Best track in the world.
Yeah, top 5 European track says not so much.
Yeah, didn't even make the top 5. So, I don't even think it made the top 10.
Again, mate, I'd like to see the people you surveyed, I'll be honest. I want to see these people you surveyed.
Trent and I.
Yeah,
well, there's your problem. There's your problem. So, that, mate. I mean, no, you've answered your own question, I reckon.
It goes through a rigorous...
Where did it rank?
A rigorous testing process.
And process. It has to make it from all the tracks into the 10 and then the 10 into the 5.
And it ranked 15th.
15th, mate. 15th. Out of all the European tracks, 15th. Didn't even make the 10.
Yeah,
that's
out
because
of the
it
20
takes
tracks,
some people 15 minutes to get around it, and that's why they don't like it.
Yeah,
I reckon that's what it is.
The 20 tracks that Scott and I had both at least driven on, it was 15th out of 20.
Yeah.
What was behind it?
Zolder.
Did you mention Spa? I reckon I heard you say Spa.
Yeah, Spa's right at the top,
Spa, Drew.
right?
Number one.
We got Zandvoort,
Yeah, of course it was.
Hockenheimring, Alton Park, Aragon, and Zolder. They're the only tracks behind it.
Aragon, that's interesting.
Aragon,
that's,
yeah, it's probably
that's a very.
It's a love and hate.
It's a very, very, very good track that is very underutilized in iRacing, I believe.
But it had to go through the criteria. So there was criteria that we had, and it had to go through that, and then it got basically points awarded or not, etc., to make it into a 10, and then into the 5, and then so on. So yeah, just comparative to other tracks, it just didn't make it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's one of those tracks. It's unlike Spa where it's used every second round in every second series.
Yeah.
And then you've got places like or first round. Hey, that was not my calendar.
I have to admit,
Jeremy Washington.
I saw the first calendar. I'm like,
give the people what they want, mate. Give the people what they want. I'm happy with that.
I saw the first calendar. I just thought, I could go without a season if I needed to.
Yeah, I might skip this season.
Funnily enough, I am. So there you go.
But I do like the revised calendar. There's still a couple of tracks in there I think I'm not massive on, but overall, I think it's a good calendar this season.
Hey,
it does look good, actually.
You touched on your proudest moment. What's your biggest disappointment that you've experienced, or your toughest race? Like, kind of, really the hard one to like swallow. Any race finishing behind Scott.
Yeah, there's not many. Actually, no. There's been plenty so far. It's not from lack of talent. My talent is running off the track or tripping over a certain appendage of my own. To be honest, it's what my race control keep telling me. You know what? I'm sure I've got plenty, and I'm sure people in the chat would guarantee they'll know more. They'll know more than I do. I generally try and forget my bad races or my disappointing races. Basically, I just try and move on from it, go and do something else. The good ones, obviously, like a lot of people, they hang around.
Yep.
Like the Nordschleife, the 24-hour. But I'll come back to that. If I think of it, I'll come back to it later for you.
Okay.
I'm going to switch these last questions around. I'm going to go, because that sort of leads into this one. Is there one race that you'll never forget, and why?
Oh, I sort of have to go back to the Nordschleife again.
Yeah, nice.
I have to go back to that. I mean, I think it wasn't just the race itself. It was, but the boys that I did the race with, like Brian, Ryan, and Pat, like it's generally just full of banter. It's always, boys are putting shit on each other, all that sort of stuff. It was the first proper endurance race I did. As soon as we jumped into that endurance voice chat, completely different mood. It was, righto boys, let's do it. That was all encouragement. It was, what can I do to help you? When, do you need a break? Let's do this. Let's work together, sort of thing. And that was like, oh, okay, this is different. And it was a completely different feel. And then to go from dead last on lap 1 with those boys at the time to battle all the way through and have that, what's the word I'm after there? Have that like encouragement and support from those boys as well as myself, giving it to them as well. To get that P4 result felt like a win to me. It was insane to go from that far back for 24 hours or 23 hours and 55 minutes, let's be honest, and pick up that P4 spot. Like, I was super proud of that, and I always will be.
You talk about that mood in the Discord and the chat and stuff, like, it honestly just made me think back about the enduros and stuff that I've done in the past. I'm like, yeah, shit, I missed that. Like, the amount of positivity that you can get from your team really does make a difference. Like, you really do just you're cheerleaders for each other. Like,
absolutely.
That's
a
been
good way
a
of
while.
putting it, actually. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done that, and it is a different experience to just like racing. And the other side of it is like the pressure of, oh shit, I've got to perform here for the lads. I don't want to let the team down. Like, I remember when I used to jump in for my stints, like for the first 20 minutes, I'm just absolutely packing it, just like you said, like just overthinking and just going like, don't make a mistake, don't crash the car, don't do this, don't do that, and then but once you set into that rhythm though, and it's just, you just find that rhythm and off you go. But I always found it incredibly nerve-wracking jumping in for those first few laps when you start your stint. Really, really nervous.
Yeah, I can admit I absolutely shit myself when I jumped into the Beamer. We used the Beamer that year, and just waiting for that driver change to complete. Once I'd clicked start driving, I was sitting in there and like I was shaking like a leaf, mate. Like you felt like you had the world on your shoulders. And if you bent it out of the pitch, you click your pit limiter off half a second too early.
Guy.
Yeah, you're
absolutely.
That guy.
You are that guy.
Yep.
You are that guy that just never gets invited back, or something like that. It's not even that. It's more the fact of like it's on you.
I was going to say, I don't think it's even the pressure of the result at the end of the race. It's the pressure of not letting down anybody else in your team that have done volumes of laps, volumes of setup, worked asses off. And I think that's where, kind of elaborating on some stuff that that did happen at the Spa 24-hour, where there's a lot of intentional behaviour that went on. I'm sure majority of us have seen it. But, to have some person come out and intentionally do that for the work that you've all gone and put in.
Yeah.
So to kind of take that context and go, oh, I've gone and put it into a wall. It's gut wrenching, man, because you've let down what effectively is your friends, your team.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep. It's a horrible feeling too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I've only ever done the 2 24-hour races. Sorry, three. I've done 2 Nordschleife or Nürburgring, I suppose you want to call it, and a Spa. And the one at Spa was an absolute shit show, and there's no other word for it. It was right at the very, very, very beginning of when iRacing introduced their the Tempest, the weather system, and we copped a bit of rain, but it never dried out. If anything, it got worse. I mean, if Ian's still in the chat, he'll tell you all about it. He control the driver. It was a nightmare. I think Luke ended up with 99X, I think it was, or something along those lines. It was just one of those stupid races, but in the end, always finish it. And we did. We finished the race.
Always finish. That's always the goal, especially for those long 24-hour races.
Oh, yeah.
And that probably leads into this one. Like, are you more competitive with yourself or with the people around you?
Oh, 100% myself. 100% myself. It's probably a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I'm probably too competitive with myself, yet on the track I'm probably too passive. I seem to, instead of like going for a move that should be on, if there's a shadow of a doubt there that, oh, hang on, that's not going to work, I don't go for it. And then that also brings in, when you do go for a move, sometimes you make the wrong choice. And I end up making a silly move, making contact, or running off the track, or whatever it might be. So I'm definitely more competitive with myself to be better than what I generally show on the track, if that makes any sort of sense. I think it's more like, I'm not the fastest guy in the world. I'm definitely not the slowest either. Like there is a bit of talent there somewhere. I've just got to unlock it every now and then, especially, when I'm not in Curry Beach at Oran Park or anything like that, or as long as I'm not driving a Gen 3 supercar, there's a bit of talent there. Like that Trans Am, it's what I call basically a baby Gen 3 that's actually enjoyable, because it had half the power and double the weight is what it feels like. And I absolutely love driving that thing, and it's a different driving style to the Gen 3, but it's also more similar than what it would be in like a GT3 car or something like that. So, you're blipping the downshifts, there's no ABS, it's heavy, you're using the throttle to turn the car more than anything due to, the rear end. It's one of those things that I struggled with, and that being so competitive with myself, I tried and tried and tried and tried to drive that Gen 3 supercar, and I just couldn't do it. I just do not have the patience for that car, so I got rid of it.
Mate, we're going to move on a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just wary of time, but we want to start kicking off with some MC Motorsport stuff. The league that you actually own and run.
Yep.
Mate, tell us how did it get started? What did you do? Like, why?
Simple answer is we got sick of console racing. We got sick of Gran Turismo. I thought, you know what, there's this perfect little thing called iRacing out there that we could have a stab at, and why don't we jump on and we make a league on there and run some GT3 cars around. Lo and behold, we put out on a couple of Facebook pages, hey, new league starting up. It's going to, drag a few people in if you came for a race. I think we had 40 odd people or something in the first round, and I was underwater. I was like, whoa, hang on a minute, where this is bad.
It exploded more than you thought, right?
Oh, big time. It went from a couple of mates just having a bit of a dig around on iRacing to hang on a minute, there's people that actually want to do this with people that have never done this before, you know what I mean? Like league side of thing. And but to answer the question properly, we got sick of how much promise there was for Gran Turismo 7 when it first got launched. It was going to be this new revolutionary thing and was going to be perfect for running leagues on, and it just was none of those things. It was so bug ridden when it first came out. It got to the point where they adjusted the physics so much. It was undrivable in my opinion. I hated it. I just stopped. I was like, nah, done. I just went exclusively to iRacing after that, and then not long after that was where the MC iRacing league come from, and it blew up a little bit, just a little bit at the time. But we were very, very, very lucky with a few volunteers that come along. So
Well,
very lucky.
So it was your first league, even from GT7. I think you said that you'd ever run. Just no.
I ran leagues on. Sorry, I've been in leagues. The first league I ever ran was on iRacing, which is MC Motorsport.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What's been the biggest lesson you've learned as a league owner?
You can't please everyone, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you try and put into the Discord. No matter what you do, you're not going to please everybody.
Everyone knows the rules better than you do, even though they're your rules. That's a good one.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that's exactly right. But
what are you trying to say, Trent?
Not you.
Not bad from someone who hasn't read the rule book yet.
Right. Yeah. This guy hacking on the rule book when he hasn't read it yet.
I put all that work into it, and he still hasn't even read it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I ran a league back in the day, and it was the same thing. Like, you try to make decisions to improve, and you'll always have someone complain about, what did you do that for? It shouldn't be doing this, and you're doing that, and then maybe you'll make a change, and then someone else will start complaining about something, and you'll never, ever like appease everybody.
Exactly, and the thing is, like, sometimes it can be like big decisions, like like a brand new race series or whatever it might be, and obviously that's going to rub some people the wrong way because it might be overtaking like a night of their racing, and they're like, well, I don't like that car, so buy. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just things we have to do if we want to keep the league rolling.
Yep.
We've got to make those big decisions, but then a lot of the time it's a really small thing, like a tiny little change that we think is going to improve it for everybody. We don't just think, it might just be a couple. We think, no, this is a change for the betterment of the league, the Discord, the community itself. And sometimes it backfires and blows up in your face, and you're like, oh, I didn't think of that side of it. Yep. All right, my bad. Hand up. Apologies. I'll be the first one to always admit my fault.
Is being able to see and own the error. Just say, oh yeah, look, shit,
Mm.
that was something we hadn't thought of. Yeah, we'll backtrack
Yep.
that and agree with
Yep.
with what you guys have said. You can't do that all the time, but it certainly helps
But I
when
think
you
I think as
can.
well on that, there's nothing wrong with giving something a try either,
Exactly.
100%.
because
100%.
without
You've got
trying, you
to.
never know.
Exactly right.
So that
We've done that with a few things.
so it's
Like
going to come
look
off
at the
or it's
Trans Am.
not.
Look at the Trans Am series. Like that was like righto, let's throw a Hail Mary and see what happens here. We filled 45 drivers in 12 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
and it's funny when Scott and I mentioned that during the iRacing update, we were like, "Oh, that's a niche series. No one's going to want to drive it." And here you are, filling a league in 12 hours.
Did I comment on that? I reckon I commented on that.
You might have. You might have actually.
I reckon if I did or I didn't, I can't remember now. But I remember seeing it and I thought, oh, here we go. This will be interesting to talk about.
What's been the hardest challenge you've faced running MC Motorsports?
Time.
Yeah.
Time is easily the biggest. Between a full-time job, 2 kids, and trying to spend as much time as I can with Meg without spending all of my free time at home in front of the computer, on my phone, on Discord, is definitely the hardest part of it. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really do love running MC. Like, I'm so proud of what we actually have created. It's like, as we just spoke about, like, we went from literally a couple of blokes just jumping in to drive a GT3 car around to a 500 strong Discord that's fully streamed and broadcast and commentated, and live race control, stewards panel now, and I'm here talking about it on a chat show. It's just one of those things I would never have considered 5, 6, 7 years ago. I just wanted to do a bit of racing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's if I could just grab a little bit more time and just get everything sorted out, so I have the. Oh Jesus! But yeah, that'd be the number one thing for sure. But nothing will change. I'll keep doing it. Don't worry.
Last question regarding MC a little bit, and then we'll move on to another segment and then our quick fire questions for you. Hope you're getting ready. Mate, over the years, you've run the GT3s, the Gen 3s. Now you're running the Tasman or Trans-Tasman series, as you're calling it, which is utilizing the Euro NASCAR. How difficult do you think it is as a league, or is it as a league, of finding the right mix of categories that just keeps people interested? Like, I want to come back. I want to come back next season. Like, I think obviously GT3s is something that you've just nailed and it works for the league. Plenty of people want to race it, etc. But finding that, you've given other things a go. Talk us through that.
Yeah. We always wanted to go down we were very much a tin top league, right? We're GT3s. We always wanted to be a supercar league at some point as well, which we ran. And I think we ran it fairly successfully as well with the supercars. We had a lot of good comments about it. Some bad, but there's always going to be negatives as well, which we always addressed. Our biggest downfall with that was trying to run 2 10-week seasons back to back with only a 2-week gap between them. So I'm a firm believer in having a break from season to season, so people miss it. They miss that, when's MC starting up again? I'd love to race that GT3 car, or, in that league environment with race control. I'd love to watch a stream. It's been a while since I've watched, myself on a stream or good racing or whatever it be. And I think the big thing we buggered up with the V8s was we had to open the entries for the next season, which there was still 2 weeks to go in the current season. So no one was looking at the next season. And we had to can it. We had about 12 or 13 entries. Like we said, righto guys, what's the go? What do you want? What have we done wrong? What can we improve with it? And we got a heap of feedback, which was, some of them were like, I just don't feel like I've had a break.
Yeah.
I feel like the series finished on Monday and you expect me to race season 2 on Wednesday. You know what I mean? So we learnt from that to go, righto, sometimes less is more. Let's drop it back to 8 rounds. let's give a minimum of a 4-week break between major seasons. So what are now Trans Am Challenge Mondays and GT3 Wednesdays, there's always going to be that 4-week break in between seasons. And to try and keep people interested was the moment that Euro NASCAR dropped, I'll be very honest, I didn't think twice about it, like much at all about it. Sorry, I was like, oh yeah, whatever, it's a car. And I watched Ryan and Josh, my couple of my admin guys, they were driving around near Qualcomm, and I went, that thing's interesting. It's just like a Gen 3 that looks easier and more fun to drive. Next day, I got home from work, jumped in it. I did 2 laps and went, right, how do we make this a series? This thing is brilliant. It's not as quick. It's fun to battle in. You can throw it around. It's easy to drive, but hard to drive. It's easy to drive, but hard to drive fast. And we thought, hang on, we can get a series going with this. Why don't we throw up free entry? MC will just cop the streaming fees. We'll get it out there. We'll see if we can get a different spin on it. So I went, righto, Trans Am. It's about as close as we're going to get to a Trans Am on iRacing. And I'm going to call it a stroke of genius calling it that, because Trans Am grabbed interest straight away.
Yeah.
And when they realised what the car was, probably a lot of those guys that are in that series or that paid any attention to that Trans Am part of it probably wouldn't have ever gone anywhere near that car. Would have just thought, oh, NASCAR, don't care. But being in a Euro NASCAR, it's a road course car. It's got brake lights, it's got pit limiter, it's got wet tyres. It's perfect for what we want to do at MC as well. It brings in a whole different level of drivers, skill, and it also brings back that little hint of Gen 3 supercars that I know a lot of the drivers were missing as well. We've got a few of the drivers in that Trans Am field were our previous, Gen 3 supercars drivers as well, which is good to see.
Is that thing left or right-hand drive?
Left.
It is left. Okay.
It's left. Yeah. It's if you haven't driven it, I highly suggest going and giving it a run.
You're making me think of like buying it and just give it a blap and see what it's like.
I'm calling it the best car on the service by a country mile. It is the most fun you'll have on iRacing.
Sounds like we've got a video.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's
overrated cars.
Something at Spa.
Over or underrated?
We'll have to test them and find out and figure it out.
It is going to be part of the series. Yep.
Yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of that section. I think
Mitch has answered the next question anyway.
Yeah, I think there was something in the chat that I was going to...
Oh, there was.
Bring
yes.
up.
2 questions for you. Are you an emotional person, Mitch?
Yeah.
Have you read the chat?
No, I can. Why? Kids and I are forever going to be proud of you and what you've created with MC Motorsport. Decent. I'm happy with that.
Very nice.
And then even Reese has chimed in.
I owe everything I have, both in equipment and racecraft, MC. The people I've met, the things I've learnt, all come from joining this league. Much love, brother. Appreciate it, mate. He's a phenomenal driver. Phenomenal driver.
Yeah.
He not a bad bloke. Phenomenal driver, but no, he it's been cool to actually watch Reese from where he was always quick, but then to see him go like from there to the Porsche Cup, Logitech into the Pro Series and just go from there. It's a bit crazy to watch, and then he makes a bit of a cameo back with MC every now and then, and has a bit of fun. So no, it's been good. So happy we could help you out there, mate, and glad you joined. You certainly made me learn a thing or two, that's for sure.
Right, 3 questions to go, and then we hit our quickfire questions. I'm trying to think, this might be, other than our panel show, one of our longest we've done. We kind of thought that might have happened.
You just told me to shut up, mate. That'd be the easiest way.
No, mate. We're sitting down 5 years from now. What makes you turn around and say, we've made it, MC, we've made it?
It's still going. I'm still going with it. We've got, if we had exactly what we had now, we had 2 full series a Monday and a Wednesday night full series in 5 years' time, and that's still happening, we've done something right. And I'll be extremely proud in 5 years' time. That'll be 7 years since the league started. If it's still going in 5 years from now, I'll be very, very, very happy. And not only that, if we're still going, obviously the drivers are happy as well, because without them, there is no league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
What do you hope people think of when they hear the name MC Motorsports?
the one thing I want to hear them sort of say is respect. I sort of try and pride myself on the racetrack of being a respectful driver, and I tried to influence the rule book on that way as well, which I did go a bit wrong with at some stage. I think what I try and promote at MC is just respectful driving and etiquette, race etiquette. You know, if you do bump someone, redress it. Give room where you need to. If you're not quite sure, don't go for it. Try it when you should. If you do make contact, shit happens. It's a race, but expect the consequences from it and don't whinge about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I want people to think about when they hear MC is like, oh yeah, they were great when I was there. You know, it was good fun. They're just not running what I want to run right now. Or yeah, I'm an MC now. They're doing a great job. If I've ever got a question, you know, the boys are always there to answer as quick as they possibly can, and they're always up for taking feedback. Like, we will take anything and everything to make the drivers feel more welcome, to make the driving better, to make the series better, to make the Discord, the community better. So it's always something we've been open to. I firmly believe if your community is not happy, you don't have a community. You're not going to have a league. You're not going to have banter in the chat. You're not going to have anyone having fun. People are just going to ghost it, and there's just not going to be anything there. So I just really hope that people, you know, if they hear MC, they go, yep, great place to be.
Leads into the next question. Finally, if someone is watching tonight and thinking about joining MC Motorsports, why should they take the leap?
Well, because most of us are idiots that just like having fun and driving fake expensive race cars, mate. That's pretty well why. We absolutely love it, but we're super competitive and super relaxed at the same time. We obviously open the doors to absolutely everyone. Some of our series have obviously got license restrictions and stuff. That's just purely to keep the racing what it is and make sure people have got enough experience to be in that car at that speed at that level, sort of thing. But
They've experienced a bit of that last season.
100% we did, yeah.
With the reduction in the license requirements.
Yeah. Hence why it's gone back up to C1.0 for this season. And that, again, had to try something.
Yeah, you can try something.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it didn't work. It did to a point, but for the most part, no, because I mean, a C license is where you drive the GT3s on iRacing anyway. So I think having that as the minimum just makes sense.
Makes sense.
You know,
100%.
So, but no, honestly, if anyone is out there and they're thinking about joining, dive in. We've got chase our Facebook page, MC Motorsport on Facebook. We've got the links and everything on there. You can check out some of our highlights, the streams on YouTube on the Simple Racing broadcast.
Have you got
it's a bit of fun.
Have you got a forum post in the community hub on the iRace ANZ chat show Discord? Have you, Mitch?
Don't.
Oh,
I don't.
There would be another place.
I might have to get one.
There would be a place that people could go to find out how to join.
You know, I always forget about the iRacing forums. Hey, I always forget. I've never ever posted anything in there for MC.
That's why we started the community hub, brother. That's why we started it.
Yeah, but you're a bit older than me, mate. Let's be honest. What was it, 5 numbers?
Actually, the forum used to be the place to be. Like it used to be, like you could find everything you wanted to, and that's why we started the community hub on the Discord to try and replicate that to a point.
Is it the OSR 12 hour still uses a forum to sign up to it? Is that what I heard? Is that correct?
They do, yeah. But that's Mike.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
Mike's
do you know what, though?
It
has worked. It has worked for them. I'll grant that. It actually has worked for them. They've got, people come along. when he does his 12 months worth of spamming and then disappears, and 12 months later he comes back again.
Yep. No, I had a good conversation just after I'd seen you at the top of the mountain there this year.
Yep.
When you introduced me to him, we sat there for a good hour, I reckon, just talking about leagues and
He's
all that sort of stuff, bouncing things back and
he's a
forth
good
between
bloke.
each other.
He's Mr. 12 Hour.
Mr.
He's a very
12
good
Hour,
bloke.
yep.
Mr. 12 Hour.
Yep.
Quick fire questions, Mitch. This
Here we go.
can have wrong or right answers. It's kind of like
I
the
hope so.
process around you answering the question to the first of what comes into your head. They are broken down into categories, and the first category we have is food and drink. Trent, would you like to start or would you like me to?
Okay.
Okay.
So food and drink. Hungry Jack's from McDonald's.
Oh, Hungry Jack's every day of the week.
You mentioned a Hungry Jack's cup in the background earlier.
There you go.
Before we went live, so figured you'd get that answer right.
Oh, mate, burgers are better at Hungry Jack's, aren't they?
That's exactly right. Spirits, wine, or beer?
Spirits.
Which one?
A good scotch. Mate, honestly, a good scotch to me, it's probably going to sound really weird to people. I just love a good Shivers 12. Just the original Shivers. It's just got that perfect twang to it. It's beautiful, mate. Couldn't care less about the extra or the 18 or anything like that. I just love the normal Shivers 12. It's beautiful, mate.
Do you drink it? Do you drink it straight? I was going to say that. Do you mix it or?
Yeah, no, I mix it. Yeah. I'm not a straight.
Yeah, I don't know how people drink.
Can't do it. Yeah, no, I can't do it.
What's Meg doing on the floor in the background?
I actually have no idea, babe. What are you doing on the floor in the background? I think she's actually playing Resident Evil. She is, yeah.
Next question: take out or cook at home?
Oh,
Does
if
depend on
Meg's
who's cooking.
Cook at home because I can't cook to save my life, and Meg is an amazing cook. But if I've got to cook at home, we're definitely getting takeout. That's for sure.
Favorite chocolate bar?
I'm just going to go the old stock standard, just Cadbury, just plain Cadbury.
Just plain. Actually, plain Cadbury is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good. It hits different, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah. Steak. How do you prefer it cooked?
Rare.
Ooh. Okay. Fair enough. That's almost the correct answer.
What's the correct answer? Blue.
Medium
rare. Medium rare.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, blue's a bit rough. I've seen someone eat a blue steak, and I'm just like,
well, there's a story behind why I like it rare. It's because 90% of places you go and order a rare steak, it's medium rare anyway.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's always overcooked. Unless you go to an actual steakhouse. Yep. If you like it medium rare, you order it rare.
I started doing that. I started ordering rare for that exact reason, but every time I did, it'd actually come out rare. And I'm
guaranteed.
Okay. Yeah, so I just stick to the old medium rare. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
100% yes.
Had that for dinner tonight, actually.
What else does it go on? Let's be honest. There's not many other things that go except for a burger with a lot. That's about it I can think of.
Yeah, burger with a lot and pizza. Pineapple is definitely the correct answer. Yep. All right, Scott, you can go to the next section.
Yeah. Next section category is sim related. Single monitor, triple monitors, or VR?
My answer to this would have been very straightforward about 6 months ago, but I recently ventured into VR. Now, I've gone from triples to VR and back to triples again. I'm gonna say triples, purely just for the fact that your head's not stuck inside a hot machine that you can't use any of your other peripherals with. I've just got a brand new 7-inch D2U. I attached about an hour before we jumped on here, and it's beautiful right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, I've got the wind sim I got off Josh, a couple of RGB matrix, LED matrix on the side. I've got a couple little things there. Like, why would I bother having that if I can't see it?
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side of that, VR is the most in-depth way of racing that I've ever done. It's phenomenal.
Just a different level.
The immersion is unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the immersion. That's the word I was like. You almost get that seat of your pants feeling.
Yeah.
You almost.
I've pulled out the VR for this upcoming season of MC Motorsports, so I'm
Okay.
heading back into VR this season.
Yeah.
Previously, I've had good success in VR. That was when I was at my quickest. I'm not blaming the triples for my poor form, but I just want to try something different. So I got it up and running. Spent some hours tuning it on the weekend, actually. So
Yeah,
it's
that was
there
the
and
part
ready.
that done me as well. That was the part that done my head in, was the hours and hours and hours of just constant tweaking with it. Like, I mean, my PC is not great, I'll be honest with you. And neither is the headset. So what I was getting out of it isn't what someone that's using a Pimax on a 5090 is getting. If you know what I mean. It's literally going to be night and day, literally. Like, it's two different ballparks.
Yeah.
I used to race back in the Oculus Rift DK2. So before it was even a consumer unit, I used to race in that thing back in the day. That was rough.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was fucking rough.
I loved it. Like as Scott said there a minute ago, the immersion is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I am quicker in VR. I'm 100% quicker in VR. My turn in, my braking points are so much more on point.
Yeah.
But the negatives outweigh the positives with VR in my experience anyway. It's just easy for me to just jump on the sim. I've got triple screens. I can see left and right of me without having to do this.
Yeah.
To actually see them, unless you've got like 140 degrees of view. But good luck to you. So for now, I'm taking triples.
Rightio. Shoes, socks, or bare feet on the sim?
Shoes.
Sprint or endurance racing?
Sprint.
Ooh. He's only done 24 hours. Yeah. Okay.
Time, mate. Remember that time thing?
Yeah,
that's
time.
Right, yeah. Paddles or a shifter?
Shifter where possible. But
is that car dependent?
Car dependent, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So if it's 6 speed like H pattern manual with clutch, absolutely. Give me some heel toe clutch action every day of the week. That's driving.
Yeah.
This tap 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 tap, that's crap compared to that. But I'll take the paddles when I need to. But I'll take a 6 speed H pattern shifter any day of the week.
Qualifying hero or race grinder?
Not applicable. None of the above.
I don't know if you've got that option on there. Let me just check. No, it's not on there. It's one of the other.
You're gonna have to add it. You're gonna have to add it, I think. If I put my head down in the race, I seem to do better in the race than I ever will qualifying. I bottle my qualifying quite often. So yeah, we'll go the race.
Race grinder, okay. Radio you have two things here. So you have two things that you can get done in sim racing to improve it. What would they be?
Oh. Price reduction on iRacing.
After a price
increase. They've just put it up.
That's why I thought of it. And I understand why they're doing it, and I understand why we pay for it as well. But at the end of the day, when you've got to spend a couple of grand to have everything, it's pretty mental.
Yeah.
I think it might sound a bit counterintuitive, but accessibility to sim racing, full stop. If you want some decent hardware on a decent sim, like if you want to jump on iRacing and you don't have anything, that means PC, pedals, base, wheel, possibly shifter, cockpit, maybe could just be a garden chair on your nana's table, whatever it might be. But still, your minimum secondhand, $2,000 in minimum?
It's easy, absolutely easy.
Where console, different story, right? Console, most people will have a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox or whatever it might be, and
you got a TV.
And a TV, exactly right. Yeah. And it's you grab like a G29 now for $150.
Yeah.
Whack that on a little table. You go and buy a cheap rig off AliExpress or something for $150. You're $300 in, and bang, you're sim racing. I think the step from console to PC if you haven't done it, you don't realise how big it actually is. And
Do
then
you-
when you do actually do it, you realise this is going to cost me some money.
Do you think, though, that the sim side of it is more the purest of motorsport, people wanting to actually get closer to a real sim or real life driving rather than console? Like I can sit above the roof on my car and go driving. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you're prepared to make the jump to PC, you already know how much it's going to cost you or thereabouts. You know it's going to cost, right? If I'm going to go and buy a PC, I might as well have better gear. I might as well budget myself so that when I go there, I'm not just going to have this amazing program I can use with this real world physics and how good it is. Like, in my opinion, iRacing is the best sim out there and has been for a long, long, long time. Overall, some things it does better, some things it does worse than other sims.
Yeah.
But overall, it's brilliant. But I think if you're going to go to that extent, you already know it's going to cost you money.
Is that two things?
Viewer, it is two things. Viewers might have to watch out because Trent and I have a little, hopefully, episode to be finalised soon on getting into sim racing on a budget. Believe it or not.
All right. Well,
Nice.
Yeah. All right,
Trent,
moving into some real world motorsport.
Yes, real world motorsport.
Some real world motorsport. So these questions will be based on real world stuff.
Yep.
What's your preferred motorsports? What's your preferred category to watch?
Oh, it was F1 until they screwed the cars up. God.
Yeah, we have some videos
Something
about
with
that too.
shit.
Oh, it's put a rubber band on everyone. Yeah, you press a button to go faster, and he's behind again. I hate it.
No,
I'm still going to say F1 because I firmly believe they will fix it for next year. If they don't, they're silly. But I fell in love with F1 when I was younger. I still remember crying when I watched Mark Webber win his first race, and I remember bawling my eyes out when Ricciardo won at Canada. Was it Canada? I think it was Canada his first race win. I was bawling, mate. Good half an hour. Geez, running out of me everywhere, jumping around, celebrating. I thought it was the coolest thing. So.
Yeah.
Nothing hits like that anymore. So, unfortunately.
What's your most desired motorsport event to attend?
Nordschleife 24 hour. Nürburgring 24.
Yeah, cool. Street circuits or permanent tracks?
Permanent tracks.
And who's your favourite real past race driver and real present race driver? So two drivers.
Past, Niki Lauda. I was very, very, very lucky to meet him in Melbourne. By absolute chance, just outside the casino, to be honest. He was finishing the day for the F1 and seen the little red hat. So I thought that you don't get another opportunity like that. So
that's it.
I went over and I said, Nicky, I said, mate, can I please just have a quick photo? And all he said was, you better be quick. And that was the last thing. I said, thank you very much. And love your work, mate. Thanks very much. See you later. So
yeah, nice.
But yes, so past and present.
So present driver.
I've always loved Scotty Mack, mate. Always loved Scotty Mack. That was the last. So the last time I really followed the V8 Supercars was when Scotty Mack was there. So I followed him. I used to be a HRT supporter, and that was back in the Gartanda days and all that sort of stuff. Then I met the bloke. That soon changed. So I went straight away from HRT and heard about this young 14, 15-year-old Kiwi bloke called Scotty McLaughlin that was doing pretty well in Super 2 or Fujitsu series, I think it was at the time.
Yeah, Fujitsu, yep.
So I started paying a bit of attention. I think he was in he was a BA Falcon. And I thought, this kid's got a bit of talent. I might just keep my eye on him, sort of thing. And I think the end of that year, or the next year, I think he was 16 or 17, he had an enduro spot with one of the GRM guys at the time. And then I think the rest is history. He got into the main game.
He was from overseas.
Was it Prema?
Yes, Alex Prema. Because he raced in didn't he race in the final round of the
Techno?
With what?
Did you race with Techno? Isaac's in the chat, letting us know.
Oh,
it was a BF Falcon.
Oh, BF Falcon. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Yeah,
BF Falcon. And he just said Techno just now as well. So.
Yeah. So I think I just admire what he's done, mate. He put his head down. He knew what he wanted to do. He got in there and done it.
He became a bit corporatized when he went to DJR Team Penske. I think he had to. Like you could see his shift from this young kid having a laugh, and then he
from
turned
GRM
into this,
to the DJR days.
You could just see that transition into this serious corporate speak. I'm just like, fuck, they've trained him well. Like he still has that little bit in the background. Like I've always followed him over at IndyCar as well.
Yeah.
I always watch him in IndyCar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's done well to achieve what he can. They've gone from tin tops into wings and slicks. Like that's a pretty decent transition, including ovals.
He put it on pole for, what do you call it? The oval race. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Well, you don't do that with no talent. Like,
no. Yeah, so no, he
pluck it in the first and give it some jandle, I think he said. So he certainly did that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I reckon I was going to say you talked, Trent, about became the kind of corporate-ish side when he went to DJR, and you can see the same with Brody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always like, the Shell V Power, Mustang, and it's just like, fuck up, mate. Like,
it's like product placement.
Yeah. Well, whoever their PR people has done well with their training because they've got their drivers trained. Well, having said that, I don't think they ever interview Ryland Gray. I've never seen him in front of a camera.
Why would you, like?
Because he's still a young kid. He still has a story to tell.
Yeah, so was
actually,
Kyle.
To Brody's credit, he actually he talks about Ryland himself. Brody does in interviews, which is pretty cool, I thought. To keep his teammate who's finishing down the back of the grid.
Let's
give him a bit of time.
Let's carry on.
Oh yeah, we've got more
questions. this isn't by chance, but we understand your surname's Curry, and the next category is spicy.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Now the question on it, I'm not going to ask part of it. I'm going to change the question. Most overrated car, and it can be real world motorsport or it can be sim.
Gen 3 supercar in real world.
Okay.
Mate, I like downforce. I love how they sound, don't get me wrong. If they said to me, Mitch, you've got the decision, we're going to go back to the VE Commodore and the FGX or FG, whatever it was, the Falcon, or you can stay with these Gen 3s. The Gen 3s are getting burnt on the spot, mate. Absolutely burnt on the spot. Give me
the Gen 3s have going for them is the look. I think they look really good as race cars, but
get rid of the what was it, the car of the future homologated chassis and everything from the stupid Mustangs and stuff. Just go back to when it was proper Holden Commodore versus Ford Falcon, and let them go again.
Yep.
And if you want to, bring back a 6-speed shifter as well. Let them have a bit of fun.
Nice. Real world motorsport, most overrated driver.
Most overrated driver.
Oh, this could be controversial.
I'm sure there's a couple.
There's definitely a few of them.
Yeah. Lando Norris every day of the week. There it is.
Yes, that is the correct answer to that question.
You can come back anytime.
That's why I paused and I'm like, hang on a minute. There's someone here I'm going to regret not saying if I don't say it. And as soon as it went LN, I'm like, there it is. Got him.
Yeah, most overrated driver, and why is it Lando Norris?
Yeah, exactly right.
2 questions to go. Well, 1 question in this category. Are penalties in sim racing too soft or too harsh?
Now, asking a league owner and admin that question who just read the rule book is interesting, let's be honest. And someone who's just studied the rule book, Scott, thank you for this one.
Hang on a sec. Let's, to help you out here a little bit maybe, don't look at it at your league level, but maybe have a look at it at iRacing as a whole in terms of not hosted events, but official events.
And stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah.
So iRacing issued penalties.
Yeah, I think iRacing is very harsh in places it shouldn't be, and very lenient as well in places it shouldn't be. I think
that's fence sitting.
It is.
I think it's accurate though.
It is. I believe it's accurate. I think there's some things that should be heavily penalised that aren't. I think some things that like using a little bit extra track or a little tiny bump or something, you cop a 2x for it, or it's especially
that's
with
real
netcode.
racing, right? That's real racing.
Seconds stop
Where-
a hold
whereas-
for slightly speeding in the pit lane.
Whereas somebody going out on track and wrecking others intentionally and then getting told, oh, no, it wasn't intentional, or, well, we're going to ban them for a week. No.
No,
Make a system that does not allow them back on the server.
100%.
Full stop.
Yep.
Done.
Ban the IP, ban the address, ban whatever it has to be. They cannot actually drive on that service ever again. And if for some reason they get found out they're on someone else's account, well, that account's gone too. So,
agree. Yep. Trent, last question.
Last question. This one's labelled fun, so there you go. If you could go back and give younger Mitch one piece of advice, what would it be?
Take your time. Enjoy all of the good moments, because you think there's more and more and more and more and more to come. And there always will be, but there's nothing like nostalgia. There's nothing like looking back and thinking, God, that was a good time, or I had a good night, or that was a good week away, or that was a great time just playing that game with that random person or whatever it was. Enjoy yourself and enjoy the moment for what it was.
I like that. We're getting quite emotional answers with that one, Trent, a little bit, aren't we?
We do.
And that's okay.
That's
okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
We're a very deep emotional show, you know. That's what we do.
Mate, that is going to bring us to the end of the show and your quick fire questions. You got a pass at 95%, so congratulations.
You got most of them right. Yeah, you got most of them right.
So hang on. Wait. Is that 5% purely hinging on Spa?
We never asked the question,
You didn't have to.
No. Well, you got your stake wrong, so
there's that.
There was that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just little points here and there. It's fine.
Anything over 50% is a pass, I reckon, mate. So I'm happy with that.
Oh, not here. No. Very harsh. We set a high standard.
We have a standard to uphold.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Now, Trent and I, mate, have been a part of your league. I have since its inception into iRacing, I believe.
Yep.
I think definitely back from the first of the GT3 series that you started up. That's for sure.
Yep.
And very proud to say that being involved in the series, and not just from driving, but obviously through a sponsorship deal with the league itself, with the iRace ANZ chat show, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on and getting to know you better. And not only like we've built up a relationship and a friendship over the years, but having to meet up at the Bathurst 12 hour and having a drink, and I'm sure that we're going to have plenty more in the years to come, I hope.
Sounds good to me, mate. That's for sure.
But it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It's been and is an absolute pleasure to be involved in the league as drivers and as on a sponsorship level as well. So we can't thank you enough for what you've created to the community in terms of the league itself. Fantastic league to be involved in, gentlemen type races, whether it's ladies or gentlemen. We've had ladies in the league in the past. And potentially, currently and in the future type thing. So congratulations to you and your admin team on everything you've created with that group and the league. One of the best that I've been involved in a long time. So well done. Congratulations. And we look forward to many years of creating those memories, not only with yourself, but with MC Motorsports.
No, thank you, mate. I do appreciate the kind words. It's been a journey, that's for sure. There's been some trials and tribulations along the way, but I'm happy with where we're at now. And especially we've got you on board with IRAP as well as iRace ANZ, bunch of different sponsors and that, and we couldn't do it without you guys as well. So no, thank you for driving as well as sponsoring, mate. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see how we go in the coming years and the coming months, and we'll take it a month at a time, and we'll just go from there, mate. So, thank you, gentlemen. Much appreciated.
Trent,
Thanks for coming on.
I was going to say, any final words
No,
from you,
yeah,
Trent?
just the usual. Like, thanks, Mitch, for coming along. Sharing the night with us and sharing who you are and what you're about, and give us a bit of insight as to who you are and the team and the league and whatnot. And again, as always, thank you to all the people in chat joining us tonight and asking questions and participating and whatnot. So, and thanks for Scott for letting me be your co-host.
No dramas, man. It's like
before I quit from boredom.
That's it.
That's me.
Rightio, folks. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. This has been the iRace ANZ Chat Show, episode 15, live special guest with Mitch Curry from MC Motorsports. Make sure you check out the MC Motorsports Discord League, or repping the hats. Nice effort there.
I forgot about it. Sorry, brother. I thought I just stuck that in there right at the end.
Right.
And don't forget, just to cut you off there, Scott, don't forget to check out the MC Motorsports post in our community hub that Mitch is going to put up very shortly. So we can catch.
He's just
some
like,
info,
what are these guys talking about?
Catch some info on that too.
No idea.
Chat, thank you very much for joining us. Great bunch of questions in there. For anybody watching the show later on, post in the comments, give us a like, give us a share, and make sure you tune in next week. Not next week, the following week, which will be like the end of the month, 30th or something. We have 2 special guests coming on the show. Danny Polton and Reese Wakefield from OPR will be joining us. So that'll be an interesting show.
Nice.
Some drivers have actually been involved in the MC Motorsports League for quite a while, and really love it there as well. So be great little show that we have with them. Be safe on the roads. Be safe on the racetrack. We will see you all next time. Thanks all for joining.